Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode number 4 of Merch Money. Today we have Kelli Roberts with us. So our first female guest. We got 6 females on this show. So we are ready. Kelli is here. She's going to be talking about all different POD platforms and especially talking about keywords and her keyword research. So before we go through and introduce everybody, I just want to make sure everyone can see this shirt. Can you see it?
Yay!
Oh, love it. This is the very first Merch Money t-shirt design winner by Starla. So thank you so much, Starla. For anyone that doesn't know, we have a Facebook group. It's called Merch Money. The link is right in the description, and it's also attached. You could see. Anyway, you'll see it. We do a t-shirt contest every Friday. I'm going to be picking a winner every Friday. And the only rules are that you just have to have Merch Money on the shirt somewhere. And it's just been a lot of fun because I didn't think there could be so many different ways already in the first week that you could do a Merch Money shirt, but we've had so many. So every week we'll pick a new winner. So anyway, thank you so much, Starla. And let's just go around and everybody just introduce yourself and say what one big accomplishment was this week in your POD business.
I can go.
Go for it.
Hey everyone, Briana, Moller, Greene, Merch Maverick, and co-owner of VA Rentals. And I dove into Jacob's book this week, and I built out a huge poster-sized master plan of my print-on-demand empire, kind of like meshing what I learned from Jacob so far and what I've already got going on and what I want to do in the future, and just kind of like a mind map is what I created. I need to know where I'm going and how I'm going to get there.
And it looked awesome, by the way. I saw the Facebook picture. It was very good. Who's next?
All right, I'm next. I'm Michelle Wentworth. I'm tier 2000. I'm known as the Merch Mama. And my goal this week was to do max uploads each day. Of course, life gets in the way and that doesn't work. So I made my next goal was tweaking keywords on some of the shirts that I thought, dang, why aren't these selling? And I started at the beginning of the week, and you know what? A few of them started selling by the end of the week. So to me, I made my goal.
Perfect.
My win. Okay, I'm Amy Springer, known as Merch Marvel, and my win of the week is I got 20 new shirts up on Redbubble, and I sold 3 Cinco de Mayo shirts today.
Woo! No
cap pinatas, but you know, about 3 Cinco de Mayo shirts.
If you had sent the link to Michelle, you would have sold that.
I totally would have bought a cat pinata shirt.
Other Amy.
Yeah, I'm Amy Nicholas, Marketing Mayhem Girl. And for my win, TeePublic has come up from the grave and has started generating sales randomly for me all of a sudden. So I have added it back into my arsenal of uploading. Simultaneously, I upload to Merch and Teespring. So now I'm doing Merch, Teespring, TeePublic, all screens open at the same time.
Nice.
And made another sale like yesterday, and I'm like,
yay!
What are they start marketing somewhere else? Or something? I have no idea.
You'll take it.
I'm telling you,
ask
I didn't make any sales like Q4 on TeePublic, like literally. And then like January, February, I started making sales.
That's
who knows?
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, and Kelli.
Hi, I'm Kelli Roberts. I'm at the 4K tier. One accomplishment this week, I started working with a business coach, and she's having me work smarter, not harder. And I'm at a record 7-day rolling sales since Q4. So
nice.
It's starting to work.
Amazing. That is amazing. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. And I guess I should introduce myself also. I'm Helen Kinson, also known as Merch Boss. So my accomplishment this week, I learned how to use Printsy. So our next guest, we're actually having a double header tonight. So at 9 o'clock, we're going to have another show. So we're going to learn about Printsy, but I learned that this week, and I'm really excited about that. And then also for our Facebook group, I figured out how to do units today. So anyone in the Facebook group, if you go on the left side of the Facebook group, you'll see this little option for units. And so I grouped together like all of Merch Maverick's posts, Brianna's posts. She does a recap of each of these episodes. So I have all of those in a section. Amy Nicholas is doing a daily POD Power Punch. So those are all Facebook Lives. I have that in a unit. So definitely go check out the Facebook page and see that. So anyway, those are our accomplishments for the week. You guys can write in the chat too, your own accomplishments for the week. We'd love to see. We also want to see if there's any like uptick in sales on merch. I've been hearing like it seems like it's starting to be a little bit better. So I don't know, maybe post what you're seeing out there. Does anybody see anything in the chat before we go on?
Just everybody saying hi.
Oh, okay. Well, hi, everybody.
And good job on the units, boss.
I know. It was so complicated. I know. I was very proud of myself. It's not at all. It's not. But anyway, all right. So we wanted to go a little bit on the background of Kelli. Amy Nicholas is the one that introduced us to Kelli. So we're really excited to have her on. I know that you started as reselling and reselling on eBay, and then also doing Kindle publishing. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
From the beginning?
Well, it doesn't. Yeah, a little bit. It doesn't have to be.
Summary. I'll do a summary.
There you go.
I started eBay as a hobby back in 1998 to get through college. It was pretty cool. I still love reselling to this day, but I just thought it was so cool that I could take something, buy it, and sell it for a higher price, even if the thing was used. So that concept just blew my mind. I did the whole college thing, graduated with a bachelor's, did the whole corporate job thing, hated every minute of it. On the weekends, I would go thrifting, and my husband's like, "You're making good money on the weekends. Start doing this full time." I'm like, okay. I got bored with that quite quickly because thrifting is quite challenging. It's very, time consuming. I wanted to do something online, and so I started doing Kindle publishing. The model that I did was outsource writers, and I got sick of dealing with writers who are awful and managing people. So I stopped doing that. And then there was a Chris Greene's group talked about merch, and I was like, what's this merch thing? I don't design. I don't like drawing. I don't like any of that. But he's smart. So I'm like, okay, I'll just sign up. So I signed up like on day 1 or 2, back when you can do as many colors as you wanted. Never really taken it too seriously, like full time. I just do it consistently. And finally, I think I got my first sale in February of 2016. And I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool. So I just stayed pretty consistent since then. And I'm at the 4,000 tier, and I'm enjoying it. I just think it's so fun to make products that people might want. So that's a summary.
Awesome. Well, I love it. And it's so fun to find out like how we all got into this and where everybody has come from. So do you think that anything that from reselling or Kindle publishing, do you think any of that has helped you with merch at all or helped you in this journey?
I want to say networking, but it is so easy to stay in your little bubble and just stay to yourself and keep making money. But it's all about people and making relationships. So I started that back in the Kindle days. And for like a year or 2, I stayed in my little bubble just to make money, pay off debt. And I just recently got back into networking. It's been so much fun. And I've actually enjoyed waking up and not designing, but talking to the people and answering messages. So I think that's the best part. But like I said, I don't always practice this. I'm an introvert by heart.
Well, you're on the show, so thank you so much.
And then just 2 small things, always learning and always adapting to change. Because it's Amazon. They'll change it whenever they want. So that's been pretty key as well, that I learned all the way back then.
That's a big one. That's what I always tell people, because some people have been like, why are you so like bent on getting to 10,000? Like, what is the draw to 10,000 tier? And I'm like, I've sold on Amazon. It's been 4 years, like just doing Amazon FBA and things like that. And then merch And I just know how Amazon is. Like, I know how they change so quickly. I know how I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know if people are going to be able to get to 10,000 tier. I don't know if they're going to change the tier structures. Like, I just want to get there, because once I get there, I feel like it's less likely they'll take it away once I already have it.
And why not? You can do whatever you want. Just think about it every day. It's going to happen.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I hope so. But yeah, that's why I've been focusing so strongly on merch rather than some of the other platforms, just because I know how fast Amazon changes. So that's like how I've learned how Amazon FBA has affected my merch, is because I saw how fast they changed from 2014 to 2018 on Amazon FBA.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can only imagine like how much they're going to change. And I've already seen just from 2015 to now, merch is quite a bit different. There's so much more competition. There's tier structure. Like you said, like when you started, they didn't have tiers.
Yeah. Lots of changes.
Lots of changes. Yep. All right. So what platforms are you currently selling POD products on?
I just do 3. Merch, of course, Redbubble. I sell so many stickers, and then TeePublic.
Awesome. So what is your main focus? Do you do all 3 evenly, or do you focus more on one or the other one?
Mainly merch, but it depends on my mood for the day. As we know, you cannot do adult-related themes on merch. So if I'm in one of those moods,
if you're in an adult mood,
it'll be about now. What are Kelly's moods?
She's in an adult mood. She heads on over to Redbubble.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, I can do curse words on Redbubble or make fun of
Hey, you don't have to explain it to me.
So if I'm in one of those moods,
show.
yes. If I'm in one of those moods, I do Redbubble, and then TeePublic. Whenever I get a sale on TeePublic, I upload more shirts because I rarely get sales. I've made like maybe $20 in 2 years. So
it's a slow climb, Kelly. It's a slow climb.
You'll get there one day.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Do the adult themed shirts sell better than the family oriented merch shirts?
Michelle's gonna get in that mood too.
I know. I'm just curious. I'm not.
Watch out for merch, Mama.
Am I allowed to curse on this show?
I don't know. You could be the first one. We
Yes.
need to initiate it. Go for it, Kelly.
Well, I teared up quite quickly in the beginning for having a shirt out that said "gay as fuck." So.
And there we have it. The first one on our show.
You gotta go. You gotta start strong.
The first F-bomb had been
Or here's another one that did well. I'm just here for the boobs and beer. But
nice.
They sold quite well, and I have not had that good of a seller since. I've come close, but not since. So to answer your question, I think we do. Gag gift adult themes, yes.
Now that's a nugget right there, folks.
Well,
Nugget.
yeah, I was gonna say, did you have any designs like that before? Like, I was on merch early enough where we could have all of those on merch. Like, I had F-bomb shirts galore, like just and they moved.
Oh yeah. Oh,
and so okay, I was wondering if you had a lot of them, and then did you end up pulling them and then moving them over to like Redbubble?
Yeah, I pulled them before they had the chance to remove them for me.
Nice. All right, cool. Yeah. So what, and I wanted to ask you too, on Redbubble, are you mostly focused like on t-shirts or stickers, or, is there a certain product you
it depends what I think people would want it on. So I don't know if they'd want a gay as fuck like bed thingy. So
you never know.
I mean, and it also depends on how quickly I can resize it. If it takes too long to resize it, but as long as it's on stickers, mugs, and shirts, that's normally my 3 focus.
Mugs and mouse pads. That's my big goal.
Mine's always clocks. I'm always selling clocks on there.
She's the only one putting stuff on clocks. That's nice.
Oh, I shouldn't have mentioned it. No, yeah, take the time. And one little nugget for the clocks. They seem to be teacher oriented, a lot of them, and education related.
Do you do a design specifically for a clock?
No.
And that's it?
I'll take one design on merch, and that's actually what I was working on this week. The little poster I did was one design and how many different ways I could push it. Like, it's almost infinite, the number of ways that you can take a design and rework it, and the various marketplaces and the various products that each marketplace offers. It's bananas.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why Jacob Topping has a book. I mean, there's so much out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, on Redbubble, Kelly, are you as annoyed as the rest of us about the, like you said, the resizing thing? That drives me nuts too. So I avoid like uploading there a lot because I'm just like, is my time well spent?
Probably not, but I try not to let it get to me. As long as I have the stickers, because that's my biggest seller. I'm cool.
So you need the white background for those, right? The stickers.
Yeah. So Redbubble, I typically always do black font. So if I have a merch design that's in white, I'll just take 2 seconds and make it black for Redbubble.
That's a good idea.
Do you do like, are you literally uploading all of your designs, or are you, like, I know what I do is I look at my Merch by Amazon designs as kind of like my base, or like my hub for my research, and then I focus on which ones I'm going to bring elsewhere depending on the data? Or do you just take an approach where, like, you've got 50 today and they're going to go boom on merch, on Redbubble, on TeePublic? Like, how do you approach that?
I don't have a big science behind it, but I have read on Facebook, I don't know how true this is, that if you upload too quickly on Redbubble, they don't like it because they like unique designs. Oh. So that works against me because I do a lot of text designs. So I pick and choose that way.
Okay.
You know, I look at my portfolio and I try not to have too much of the same font. But like I said, I don't know if that's true. It's what I heard. I haven't taken the time to research it.
And do you have all of your merch designs on Redbubble right now as well?
No.
Or do you just pick and choose?
I pick and choose what I think might sell. And I try to, like if something's sold in the coffee niche, I might add another one in the coffee niche. So I go based off sales too.
Cool.
Kelly, would you say you take your best sellers on merch and put them on the other sites? Or not necessarily your best sellers, just things you might think that might translate better into a sticker or bedding?
If I see an uptick in a sale, I will make sure it's over on Redbubble. But I feel like it's also two different audiences. You know, Redbubble is more artsy, and merch is more text-based. Just my opinion.
I agree with that. I've looked at the top sellers on Redbubble and I'm like, ooh, I don't think I sometimes can compete. You know, like the designs are good, you know, like really artsy. And I see the same a little bit on TeePublic, actually.
Yeah, I do too. I just don't want to spend too much time learning it right now. I have so many ideas. I'd rather just spend my time getting those up. And maybe when I run out of ideas, which is probably never, I'll work on artsy stuff.
Right. You were self-taught kind of with everything, right? Because you said you hated design, but then you decided to do it.
I had no idea I would like it. You know, never liked art in, you know, high school or college. But back in the Kindle days, I was sick and tired of fiber covers. And I just thought they looked awful. And I was like, I could do better than this. So I found a Udemy course for $10. And I started making my own covers. Granted, I think they look like fiber covers.
This is another lead into merch. You did learn stuff from Kindle for
That's
merch.
True. Good point.
I was thinking you were going to say keywords. You learned keywords from Reselling and Kindle. That's what I thought. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, it's okay. But yeah, I just took those tips from Udemy and translated it to merch.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, so when you're doing all of this, do you spend a lot of time on keyword research, or do you spend time on design, or a little bit of both?
I do my keyword research probably when I'm doing my niche research and my design, because once I have the design, I think I have a pretty good idea of the keywords, and I try to do stuff I know about for insider terms, because every hobby or topic has their own insider terms. And so I try to include that. And I try not to compete with like saturated like dog shirts. I know people make a killing on dog shirts, but no, there's too many out there for me. So I try to find the small niches that, you know, maybe 100 or less are doing.
Awesome. So do you do keyword research and then make several designs based on that niche and those keywords? Or
I probably think of an idea in my head. I'll go to merchresearch.com and see how many are on there. And based off that, I'll do more research from there. Because if I have an idea in my head and there's already 10,000 shirts, I'm not going to waste my time. So those are probably my first 2 steps.
Okay. So merchresearch.com. And then do you use anything else? Do you use Merch Informer or any other tool?
I'm sorry for whoever created Merch Informer. I just think it's too confusing. So I just keep it simple. I'm big on Amazon, searching on Amazon to see what people are looking for. I just like studying shirts, trying to learn new words that, you know, in any niche, you know, to describe a shirt, because I've never been like in the fashion industry. I've never liked shopping. So I don't know that stuff. So I just like spending time on the research process. And then I learned a new extension for my YouTube research, Keywords Everywhere. And it tells the amount of searches per month. So I'm still testing that because I don't know how accurate it is, but it's a good base.
Have you compared it against like Merchant Words to see what the...
No, but that's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
We'll have to look up something, Kelly, because I have Merchant Words, so we could.
Yeah, let's do that tomorrow. Yeah.
Awesome. That would be interesting to see what you find out.
I didn't even think about it. That's a good point.
I was going to ask you too, as far as when you're doing your descriptions and working on keywords, are you organizing any of those like by niche so that you can go back to say like a file and pull a couple of relevant keywords if you're, you know what I mean? Like, let's say you're doing the dog shirts. I know you said you know, wouldn't do those, but let's say you have, do you have a file that you keep where you have relevant keywords for that niche? Or
no, the only file I keep is if my brand names.
Okay.
Because I don't keyword stuff the brand. I try to keep it, you know, coffee shirts in one or dogs in the other, stuff like that. So I refer back to that. As far as the keywords, I know like based on my reports what's selling. So I might go back to a similar niche in my account. So I just try to keep it as simple as possible and use my dashboard as much as I can.
I kind of do the same thing. I'll pop back to my manage tab and then I'll like kind of scan through for a keyword of a shirt that I have that is similar.
I do the same thing, Briana.
Yeah.
And you know, it can be a rolling cycle because you might go into an old list and you see the keywords and it's like, what the heck was I thinking back then?
Then I'm editing that one too.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That made me think though. I used to, when I was at the lower tiers and I had way fewer shirts and easy to manage, I would go back to a shirt that had sold and be like, oh, well, what keywords did I use? Okay, let me similar bullets and things like that. And I haven't done that in who knows how long. There's a nugget for everybody.
There you go.
Lots of nuggets in this show.
There already are. And the best one is going to Redbubble when you're in that kind of mood.
That is the #1 nugget for the evening. I know that's the #1 on Briana's takeaways. Okay.
Yes.
Redbubble's going to crash tonight. Everyone's going to be running over there.
You like adulting? Head to Redbubble.
Adulting.
Oh my gosh. I'm like sweating from laughing so hard.
Oh my gosh. This show is fun. Everybody's. What was I going to say? Okay, so you look on Amazon for keywords. Do you look on like Pinterest or Etsy or any place like that for ideas or keywords?
Pinterest, yes, but I've learned that everyone else goes to Pinterest, so I use it very vaguely, like just to maybe give me a niche idea that it might never have thought of before. Okay. But I've tried looking up like football quotes. And like, there's so many copies of the same football quote on merch. So I don't think that method works at all anymore.
That, and they took down the where you could see the number of repins, so you could see how many people were actually enjoying the quote.
Isn't it? It's on the mobile version. At least it was a few days ago.
Really? I haven't even gotten on that. I had a business account and a personal account, and you couldn't see it on either one. But that's good to know. I'll try it.
Yeah, go to mobile, because I've missed that too. And so if I find a cool pin, I usually try to find it on mobile to see how good it does.
Okay.
Because then if you lurk in Pinterest long enough, they'll send you emails. So if you do want to go to Pinterest, turn on your alerts. So that could help too.
Oh, okay.
Another idea.
Jotting it down.
I know, man. Can't keep up. I know. We just can't keep up.
Helen, do you have a question on there about forming titles? I'm really curious about the title.
Oh, yes. Back to my agenda. We talked about what tools you use. Finding the best keywords. I don't know if I specifically said title, but I said, does your keyword research and process differ for each POD site and product, or is it the same on every platform?
The only one that changes is on TeePublic, because they have that drop down of suggested keywords. Beyond that, I try to keep it simple and the same. I pretty much just think, what would this customer look for? And I try to put those keywords in there. So, and that goes back to knowing the niche.
Amy, do you want to ask about the titles? Did you have a question?
Yeah, just, you know, when you're actually forming your official title, are you incorporating the text of the shirt? Are you just trying to say, like, you know, funny sarcasm, you know, dog shirt or whatever? Like, do you have a specific process? Are you trying out everything?
I've been trying out something new, because I've been stuck in that bad habit of Kindle. You know, whatever the title is on the book has to be in the title field. So I've gotten into that really bad habit of doing exactly what the shirt says. Recently, I've been deviating and putting like an adjective or two either in the front or at the back right before t-shirt, because I try to keep t-shirt at the very end.
I do too.
But it drives me crazy. I mean, I'm sure everyone does this besides me, but if you put in the title, funny, sarcastic, dog-loving coffee shirt, and if I want to have a shirt that has the same title, I can't find it. So, yeah.
Oh, man, I just forgot the question.
I'm sorry.
No, I was so ready. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, it'll come to me. Oh, do you incorporate things like gift for somebody or things like that, like those kind of keywords?
Every single time.
Or like holidays? Okay, every single time.
That's the second bullet. I always do gift for someone.
Okay.
I have to admit, I do that too. I always make sure I put gift in there.
I don't think it's bad, because I just think people go to Amazon for gifts. People don't like shopping. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, 9 times out of 10, you're probably buying it for somebody else, right? I mean, you're not going on there looking for yourself, like, oh, let me go find that dog mom shirt, you know?
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you do a lot of holiday shirts? Like, do you put a holiday in there? And then if you do you go back after the holiday and switch it to something else?
Not the huge holidays. Am I echoing? Is that me?
A little bit.
I don't know.
Okay.
Could be the mic volume.
Okay. Sorry, I hear myself, so if I stutter, I'm sorry. I don't usually do the big holidays, but if I decide to do a few, I'll try to incorporate like 2 or 3 niches in addition to the big holiday.
Okay, that makes sense. Like anniversary or something. Like that's what I do if it's like Valentine's-ish. It's like,
I think, you know, to succeed on merch, you need to combine 2 or 3 niches to, you know, because there's so many shirts on there. So that's just my opinion. And there's a holiday like every single day of the year, like the small holidays. So I've been trying to take advantage of that.
oh, that's smart. That's a good idea.
Like I sold a shirt that had National Pretzel Day in it.
Nice.
I think I sold one of those too.
When was that?
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say,
missed that holiday, Michelle. Where were you?
do you use a certain website for those little, you know, tiny little niche holidays and special days? Or
I'd have to search it up. I did, and then I just transferred it all to a spreadsheet. I like found a few different websites and then just gave it to a VA, and I was like, combine this. And so they did.
Make this happen.
Good way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for your VAs, do they help with the keyword research at all, or is that all on you?
That's all on me. I don't hire a VA very often. It's just if I have an admin task that I need done, and I usually use Fiverr. I was talking to Amy this morning. I need to start, I don't even know all the tasks I do during the week. So I need to start writing them all down so I could potentially hire a VA.
Perfect.
It's taken a load off my plate doing the listings. My VA preps everything. I'm just like, ooh, mental space clearing. I still upload, but that just took like a lot of time every week off my plate.
Oh, I bet. The thought of it just makes me happy. So now I just have to do it.
When you feel relief about it, that it's a good decision.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have to let us know how that goes, because that could be a big help.
But just one-offs, I've been really happy with Fiverr, knock on wood. I know sometimes it has a bad name, but I found people like in Bangladesh that'll do 3 hours for $5. So to me, not having to commit to a VA yet and just doing one-off situations, it's worked so far.
Yeah. I think the good thing about having and I don't have a VA, so this is, I'm not following my own advice here, but I think that, that when you do have somebody permanent, then it can help you with your routine, like just staying on track every day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm right there with you, Kelly. I need to take.
I don't want to train anyone. I've been too lazy. So
I got the same as you, where it's not lazy, because it's like I do work hard and do other things. It's just that I used to be a manager also, or I don't know what you said, something about managing people. I did that for about 10 years, and I'm just like, it was so nice to just be on my own. Like,
You're done. You're done.
Yeah, you just feel so. So now it's like, that's why one of the reasons I was so excited about Printsy and wanted to have Dennis on, because it's different than managing people when it's just a system that can upload everything. It just seems so much more appealing to me than a VA.
Yeah, for sure.
But I know that it's not that hard. Like, I've managed people before. I could do it again. It's not that hard. So it's a little bit of an excuse that I got to get past.
But, the thought of giving someone a job that needs it kind of makes it, like, oh, Kelly, get on this. So
yeah, just do it. I agree.
I always try to look way out into the future of where is my business going, and if I call it a print on demand empire, excuse me, it is not an empire of one. It is not just the queen in the castle, right? So that mentality has helped me spend more money, and it pays off. It really does. I couldn't be happy and enjoy what I was doing if I was constantly doing the tasks I didn't enjoy, the things that must get done, but
yeah,
I don't
for sure.
Yeah. So speaking of that, that's a good lead on. I didn't actually put that on here, but where do you see your business going? Like, are you happy with the progress? Are you doing new things? You got a business coach, so.
I did. I was so excited. My accountant told me to start spending money. So I'm like, oh, this is a good, I'll hire a business coach. I started the YouTube, and I really, I don't want to rely on Amazon for too much. They're treating me amazing. I was able to pay off debt, with merch. But I want to do something that's for me and help other people. And I'm sorry, I can do print on demand, but I don't feel like it's helping too many people. So, or at least not many people that I know of. So I wanted to start a YouTube and be more active on social media. So that's what I've been doing lately.
Awesome.
The past week.
No, you've done it more than that. But tell us a little bit about that. So what are you doing on your YouTube channel and your website and all of that?
The website's in progress. I need to get to the website designer and tell her more details. But as far as the YouTube, it's more like on publishing and tips like that. I just filmed an unboxing video tonight and a keyword video tonight as well. And then just social media, just publishing what I'm up to on my day and just trying to be a real person and like build a personal brand. So,
so that's the direction you want to go, is building the personal brand.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to turn down anything at this point. I just want to keep doing all this stuff and see what happens. Because I think entrepreneurship, some people think it's easy, but I think it's anything but easy. So I would love to, get the personal brand up and just show day to day and meet new people and see what happens.
Kelly, are you re-uploading your fall offs on merch? Do you give them a second chance?
I do when I have some brain farts and I don't know of new designs to do. And when I do have those days, I price them really high, the shirts, because I'm like, it didn't sell. Maybe it was the price. So I'm spending more time to upload it. So let's jack up the price.
You're all nice about it. I'm like, oh, you didn't want to buy it the first time? Let's put it at 25 and see if you're going to buy it this time.
And I'm like the opposite. I just price it lower. I'm like, oh, they didn't buy it. Let me price lower. I like how there's I'm
a totally different tweaker, and I leave the price at the same.
Yeah, isn't it funny how we all approach it differently?
Yeah, we all have different strategies.
You know what I'll do though with the more expensive products? Well, expensive. We get fewer royalty, right? If we keep it low. But I've been pricing those super high because I'm like, if I make a sale on a sweatshirt or something, I want money. Yeah. And it's working. I might not sell as many, but it works.
I have such a hard time with that because it's not like a Champion sweatshirt or a Nike sweatshirt. It's a whatever brand Mitch is using sweatshirt. So I have one particular style or design that has been selling for sweatshirts for the hoodies, but I don't feel like I want to jack the price up because I'm afraid I'm going to scare everybody off because they are,
Try it for a week and see what happens.
Yes, that's a good idea. Maybe I will do that.
Give it the week test. I mean, you never know, right?
Right.
Because if it's a passionate niche and you have good keywords, they'll spend a few bucks more. That's nothing.
Yeah. Like somebody mentioned the wine niche. I don't know if it was Jacob Bates, about people in the wine niche will pay more money for a shirt.
Oh, I'm jacking up my wine shirt.
Amy was about to say something. Amy Springer, what were you about to say?
So I had a hoodie and I had it priced where I was getting like a $10 royalty, and people were buying it, and I was just like, I feel like I'm robbing these people. So I actually went in and lowered the price, and then it stopped selling. So I'm like, okay, I put it back up, and it's selling again, and I'm getting the $10 royalty.
People don't want cheap. They want.
Yeah, I guess not, because I'm like $10. Like, who pays that? Like, what is it? $45 or something,
$46.99,
something crazy, and it's just like, it's not a name brand, but people buy it.
I think I've sold as high as like $47.99 or $48.99 on a hoodie.
Oh. The hoodies are tough for me too, because haven't any of you guys purchased the hoodie for yourself?
No,
I haven't.
I don't think it's high quality at all, but I know it's just perception. Like I've washed it maybe 3 times, and it just like shrunk a size, and I wouldn't buy it again.
Did you put it in the dryer?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't ever put shirts in the dryer, and maybe that's just me.
Well,
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm bad.
I don't put my merch shirts, my T-shirts in the dryer either.
Yeah.
Not. I don't have the sweatshirt, but I don't put the T-shirt either.
I think only the heather gray is the one that's not 100% cotton, right? Is all the others cotton?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's
it's just the heathered colors that I think have some polyester in there.
Yeah. They might not shrink as much then.
Because on some of my shirts, if they have like a lower, like a 1 or 2 starts, because it's like washed it, dried it, it shrunk, so I'm always like, yeah. So I know my own personal merch shirts that I bought, I won't dry them.
That's too much work.
It is work, but my clothes last.
I'll have a T-shirt. Like
I hang dry everything.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like I only put socks in the dryer pretty much these days. Socks and jeans.
Really?
That's it.
Do you have a clothesline somewhere?
Like,
are you like outside in the backyard with a clothesline?
Yes, that is correct. My husband put up the clothesline. I was so happy.
Oh my god, that needs to be on one of your POD power punches. You've got to be like changing laundry. Yes.
We're polar opposites then, because if mine makes it to the dryer before it just sits in the washer for too long and I got to wash it 4 more times, Then I have to also dry it 4 more times because I'll never get to it once.
My husband's anti-clothesline, so I have to, it's either hung up or in the dryer, but he's anti-clothesline.
Well, we have a fenced-in backyard, so it's not like I'm out front like, hey, hey, Billy Bob.
Oh, you don't dry them on your front bushes?
That's amazing, you guys.
Not in the summertime.
Florida's summertime all the time. What are you talking about?
No, we have 2 seasons.
Oh my gosh. You have to live in Florida for a while to be able to tell, though.
Yeah. You have 1 season, Amy.
No, it really is nice here from November to May. So it's just starting to get warm out, but we've still got breeze coming in at night. So
okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, like, if you came here in January, you'd be like, oh my gosh. It's so nice.
I feel like we haven't been including the chat at all. Is there anything in the chat that's going on?
Yeah, there are some questions.
All right, let's call people out.
Having fun.
I answered, I asked the Elite Product Sourcing had asked about the designs dropping off.
Did we answer Marsha's question already? Let's see here. About Create Space. Let's see here. Do you cross-purpose your merch designs with your Create Space products?
Yes.
Oh, talk about that. That's good.
Oh, this might be a whole treasure trove.
I know. That was a perfect question to get to. As soon as she said that, I was like, oh, this is going to be good. Go ahead.
There's been a couple interviews out lately that'll go in more detail. But I just put merch shirts on the front of Create Space books.
Perfect. So is it like a blank book, like a notebook kind of thing? Or
yes.
Okay. So like an agenda or just like a personal notebook?
Pretty much, yeah. I put inside whatever I want.
Okay. Awesome.
Is it just journals?
Yeah.
Journal. That was the word. I could not think of the word.
Yeah.
I'm like personal notebook.
I feel like they had something else too, or is it a different platform? Do they have calendars or something too? Or is it just...
No, the only calendar I know is Redbubble, and Lulu has calendars.
Does Cafe Press have calendars? I feel like they have a lot of stuff.
I don't look there because I didn't know people still shop there.
I know their traffic has gone way down.
Yeah, I have too many sites to worry about now, so...
I didn't think they were still around.
I found a company that does watches. Believe it or not, there is
cool.
Zazzle?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. No, it was it's a new company called WC Fulfillment. So if you have a Shopify store, you can connect. I'm a little concerned about their ship lead times though, because they're doing it out of China. So yeah, if you're selling it on Amazon through Seller Central, you got to be careful with that. So
gotcha.
Okay. Well, we're going to try to end in like 5 minutes or so because we've got that other show and we want to have like a little intermission in between for a couple minutes so everybody can get something to eat or go to the bathroom or something. But anyway, so just in the last few minutes, one question that the Create Space reminded me of, do you happen to do anything with Amazon Custom?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
I've thought about it recently, but I don't want to add on too much since I just started YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, that's how I feel too, but I was just curious. I'm trying to get to know who's doing Amazon Custom because I recently bought something for my niece. I posted it in the Facebook group that was on Amazon Custom, and I was like, this is pretty, like, I feel like people would like it. So
yeah, it just seems like Amazon's answer to Etsy. But
yeah,
that's all I know about it. Yeah.
Sounds like. Are you going to get into Etsy or do you haven't even thought of that?
I don't want to deal with sales tax, so no.
That's so funny that you say that because I've been embarrassed to say that out loud because that's how I feel too. I'm so spoiled with merch that I'm like, oh, I don't want to deal with sales tax.
Oh, there's services that do it.
It's 1%.
It's just another thing to worry about. You know, if everything goes away,
okay, Kelly, this is why we need VAs because we're worried about little things like this. Like,
that's right.
This could be your
if we outsource more stuff, then these little things won't bug us.
That's true. One thing at a time.
One thing at a time. Yeah. So outsource. All right. So we talked about, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Elite Products says, when are you girls going to create a merch journal for those of us that want to organize our systems?
Oh, we could put all those merch
wow.
money designs that people are making. We can put them on CreateSpace. Everybody can have a
Is that
merch
what they
money
mean?
journal.
I'm trying to understand the question.
I don't know, but that's what
Because they said
should
our
be.
systems.
That would be amazing.
Well,
Oh, maybe
let's
they
see.
mean like a document with all
Somebody
our
needs
stuff.
to make a merch money journal for me, and then I will.
Or like a cool one also would be to have like dates. You know what I mean? Like seasons, deadlines, like, oh, I'm designing this right now, whatever. Like I'm designing my Father's Day shirts right now 2 months prior, or I'll focus on this, or here's this little event.
Somebody needs to make you a Merch Maverick journal for when you're writing all the notes from the shows.
I know,
like a huge one.
Yeah, somebody needs to do that for you.
Sunny asked if there was any special hurdle to tiering up from 1,000 to 2,000, and it's not directed at anybody in particular, so maybe for all.
The hurdle is to get through the throttling that happens in December. Speaking from experience, just
twice it's happened now. So
yeah.
So, but that's all I can say about that.
What about you, Kelly? Any special tips there?
Just stay consistent and make good designs. It just comes down to the basics.
Yeah. I think a lot of successful people say that. Stick to the basics. You know, like
it's true.
Don't
That's all you gotta
overcomplicate
do.
it.
Yep.
Just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate, and Amazon will reward you.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we have all of Kelly's links in the description. So before we end this, make sure you're going on there and subscribing to her YouTube channel. Do you have a Facebook group? No,
I do not. No.
You do not? Okay. But you have the website and you have the YouTube.
Websites in progress. I have Instagram and Twitter.
Instagram and Twitter. Okay.
Both Kelly Publish. Everything's Kelly Publish.
There you go.
You start a Facebook group. I know 5 ladies that will join.
Yes, we will all join.
Yes.
For sure.
I get overwhelmed so easy. I'm really trying hard to stick to one thing at a time. But I will keep that in mind.
Well, thank you so much, Kelly. And we learned so many nuggets on this show. So I really, really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kelly.
Do you have anything else to add real quick before we wrap up?
If anyone has any questions, feel free to contact me on social media. I've been kind of addicted to it, and I apologize for getting off topic so much, but I hope y'all's got some nuggets from it.
Oh, it was fantastic. And thank you, Amy,
I'll put
for
all your links. Oops, sorry, Helen. I was going to say I'll put all her links in the notes.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Perfect. Yeah, and everybody, please make sure you like this video. Make sure you share it with everybody, especially if you know anybody who is doing Kindle publishing or who wants to do CreateSpace or any of these little nuggets. Make sure you share the video with them. So, all right. Well, thank you guys so much.
And then remember, we're coming back.
We're coming back in a couple minutes. So everybody have just
new link, right? New link.
Yep. We're going to all jump off. I'm going to give a new link to all these ladies. We're going to jump back on and we're going to get Dennis on.
So you guys can follow us by either popping over to the Facebook group, Merch Money, or hanging out on the YouTube channel.
Yep. If you're on the YouTube channel, you'll see it pop up. It's going to say Dennis Duncan. He is on the 20K tier. So he's going to be talking to us all about how he did that. I'm only on the 4K tier. So it's a few steps ahead of me, but he's going to teach us how he did that. And also talk about automation. That's a big one for if you really want to scale it fast, automate.
So we'll be back in 12 minutes.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly.
All right,
Thank you.